Imposter Syndrome. I first heard the term, I think it was in 2018. I went to an optimum performance skills workshop put on by the Independent Society of Musicians, run by two psychologists, Ali and Greg Daubney. And it was mentioned. It's where someone has the skills to do something, but they can deep inside feel rather uncomfortable about it, and it doesn't quite feel like them or real. I've had some contact with a worldwide authority on imposter syndrome, Claire Josa, who has said, imposter syndrome strikes when who you think you need to be to fulfill your dreams is different to how you see yourself. So it's not about the skills, it's about how you perceive yourself. Unfortunately, I was quite down on myself for various reasons in my life that happened before I performed guitar in public. And it was very difficult for me to feel comfortable. I felt I was an imposter. My skills weren't real. It wasn't justified. Performance, appreciation for my guitar playing wasn't justified. I thought that. I couldn't believe it justified. Anyway, unfortunately, it even affected my guitar practice. I didn't really work towards becoming a concert guitar player to the level I could have done, because I thought, how could I do that? How could I be a professional performer on the professional stage? That's what's going on in my mind. Now, I wanted to share something. In 2009, a book was published, American Friends, Compositions by Giorgio Tutora. I was a member of a classical guitar internet forum, Del Camp, and it basically, one of the members there, Giorgio Tutora, said, I'm so pleased everyone said nice things about my compositions. I would like to write a composition for everyone who commented on my compositions favourably. And we were asked to actually provide a recording of the piece that he's written for us. And we were asked how we wanted to be named. Was it, some people use their username, some people use their real name, their full name. I used only the name Nina. I was too insecure to have my full name used in the book. That is how bad it was. Look, Nina. That is my piece, written by Giorgio Tutora. And we had to record our piece as well. If we were not able to record it well enough, one of Giorgio Tutora's students recorded it on our behalf. I was fortunate I was able to play my piece well enough. And I remember an email from Giorgio Tutora saying, my compliments. I think he asked me to record a couple of bars again because it wasn't exactly how I wanted it. But basically, my recording was put on the CD that I'd recorded at home. And here it is, in the index. Nina, recorded by Nina. But look, there's no surname there. I didn't say Nina Rideout because I felt too insecure to do so. I couldn't quite believe the opportunity. When I first performed at the Beggars Fair in 2015, I didn't actually practice specifically for that performance and getting a program together until 3 weeks beforehand, because I saw my name in the program. I didn't believe, I thought it might get cancelled. I might get cancelled. So I didn't actually practice until I bought the program and saw it in the program, Nina Rideout playing a 45-minute recital in United Reformed Church. The same thing happened when I performed in Romsey Abbey for the first time, Romsey Festival 2017. I didn't think it'd be cancelled that time, but I was so worried about it that I wasn't able to practice for that performance, specifically for that performance, until a few weeks earlier. I couldn't believe I was playing in Romsey Abbey. I thought, what? I'm playing a solo recital in Romsey Abbey? Me? And that followed 3 other lunchtime recitals in Romsey Abbey. I've now done 2 evening recitals for Romsey Festival, and I played in Winchester Cathedral. I am gone through a journey here of building my confidence and self-esteem. The person who helped me in the pandemic, a lady listened to me in the pandemic and said, it's too far away from how you really feel about yourself. This lady had identified that I was really quite down on myself, and all the applause and appreciation I was getting from my guitar playing and all was not resonating with me, and I actually was suffering from, how could that be me? I was doing it, but it wasn't, I couldn't process or take in that was me. I think there was also a problem with change, absolutely monumental life change. My life had been really quite challenging and difficult, and I was in my shell. I had a very quiet life where I didn't see too many people, and I was keeping myself to myself. And there was a possibility of me rising my guitar playing up through the interest of agents and other people who showed an interest in me during the pandemic. I went, ooh, because underneath I was suffering from imposter syndrome that was causing me to say no. The solution has been to raise my confidence and self-esteem and actually self-love and feel happy about myself and who I am, and therefore I can now accept appreciation for my guitar playing and anything else I might do. The person that helped me in the pandemic did a very good job at identifying my problems. Incidentally, happens to be an old friend of Claire Josa, the person who is a worldwide expert and authority on imposter syndrome. Basically, people came into my life who understood mindset issues and mental blocks. Up to that point, nobody had, and I was often regarded as being someone who thought they were better than they were and trying to believe I could do something when I couldn't, trying to believe I'm better classical guitarist than I am. No, I was literally feeling uncomfortable because of my self-worth and self-esteem was too low to accept the opportunity my music presented for my life. Thank you very much for listening to my story, and I'm so pleased everyone who supported me and all the kind words and support and compassion in my direction over the last few years. I'm picking up in myself, and therefore I'm increasingly feeling able to accept the opportunity music presents for my life, and therefore I will do my best at classical guitar, which means practicing in an efficient manner and careful manner to become the best player I can, whatever that is, aged over 50 onwards. Thank you very much for listening to my story and all the support I've received. Thanks.